Welcome, guys. Hi. Alright, let's see. A little tired, but we'll get to it. Let me get you guys going. Okay. Cool. Welcome. Hi, guys. So tired of. Just kind of did a long work day over the weekend, so a little fatigued, but we'll see how we're doing here. Try to work on the this and the movie, and then Midnight Mares. It's been, yeah, a little much. Oop, I got my sound on. Let's turn that down. How you guys doing? Okay. Let's see. Bop. There we go. Still reading. It's not much to read in the chat. But let's see. How you guys doing? I'm doing good. Again, yeah, just got a little tired. What are you guys doing? Let's see here. As I can kind of show off what we've been doing. What we got here, let's see. So I got the background going pretty good. It's not probably perfect, but I might change some things with the background here. But definitely got the weird crystal things that are like on the edges, and they're like these weird crystal motifs for the Crystal Empire. So, but hi guys, I just started, so it'll be okay. Let's see. Hi guy. Hi commenter, and hi. I'm gonna guess Sasha. I think. That's what I remember. Welcome. Yeah, I literally just started to talk about the background, so you're all good. So yeah, I did work on it a little bit, where I added these little crystal things and added a little tiny detail with the train platform blue thing at the bottom here. Made them like have different, each wood be in a different, slightly different color, and did the weird pony life thing where you take the line art here and just kind of whoop it up a little bit. So the same with all these, that they have the outline shifted over a little bit from the colored art. So that was pretty easy to do, where you, let's see here. I think I have the color card probably in the way. Boop. And then if I go background, there you are. Doing good. Let's see, just gotta get my energy back up. Let's see. So what I did was I just kind of just drew it with these lines here. I just made these outlines and just kind of drew some different shapes here, and then I filled them in with color, and then pretty much just copied everything that I have here and copied it onto a different layer, and then just said like remove, so made it a duplicate, and then removed the lines out of this version, and then removed the fills out of this version. And then what I did, I was able to select all the lines here and then just kind of shift them up a little bit or move them over. So that's an easy way to do that. Same with the train platform, I did the same technique. So let's see. It's colors, thank you. Kind of got the ink bucket from the original show, but yeah. Let's see. All right. Hi, Cookie. Yeah, I said like in Toon Boom they use the O or the U version of color. If I try to type in COLOR, I get this color show. But if I spell with UR, then I get all the other ones. So not sure. There might have been one American writing like one of those. Let's see. So at least at Toon Boom, they think color is more likely spelled for you. What else do I got? I got the train. Choo choo. Should be coming in. Boop boop. There you go. So train is it's getting there. Last time I had a very sketchy, like, this is what I kind of want it to look like, kind of a train. So I kind of just went back and I think yesterday just worked on trying to make it very more tighter sketch. So obviously this isn't still perfect too. This is like a nice in between intermediate stage, I would guess. So right now, what I have here is just able to block it out bit easier. Is that it has a fill in it. So let's see. Let's see. Thank you, sir. Oh, you got it. I was supposed to click that. Thank you. Stay awesome. Thank you. You stay awesome too. Boop. That's as far as we got with the animation. So, got about 100 frames in, so that's pretty good. That's almost 120 is about 5 seconds in, so that's pretty good. Yeah, for the train, I'll work on probably in between. So off stream, I probably won't work on it here, but off stream, I'll work on making this even tighter by actually using pen and straight line tools to be able to draw it better. And it's basically just how I draw everything else in here. So these are all brush strokes that are organic lines, but I'll use pen strokes to pen lines to make them perfect and vector. So, but for now, this should be good. Let's see. Let's kind of close some of these. What I also did was I played with the camera a little bit. You can kind of see there's a slight zoom in through here. Yeah. So what's really cool is that I separated the I'm just kind of going over what I've done in between so you guys can get caught up a little bit. So with the camera, it's this one. So what I can do is move the camera in 3D space because I have everything in different positions. Let's see. If I show that the sky, let's see. The sky is way back here. So this is like probably like 0 depth. So this is actually going farther away into depth, so you can kind of see how that kind of works. If I do the train, I can put it in a distance if I want. So I'm moving it up into the distance, then down closer to the camera. So what I can do is move the actual camera, because I've offset it all of these to be in one here, one here, one here, one here. When I do a zoom in, I can do it kind of slowly. Yeah, you can see how there's a little bit more natural depth to things. So, and that just kind of comes in with Toon Boom. It's not like a special like plugin or anything. So that's really fun. I think that's one of my favorite features. Really. I think, yeah, besides the child and parenting and all the node stuff, I think my second favorite is just like how the camera is able to be, you can do this 3D stuff, and it's little actual 3D, so it's really cool how this works. And if you just do it like this way too, I think, or how would you do it? If I do this, and then try to select it maybe, there you go. So because I offsetted it and put them in different depths, they're able to be moved around. So it's free parallax is what I was saying a couple streams ago, is I don't have to like manually go in and like keyframe it and say like, okay, I'm at this keyframe here, and the next keyframe I want it to be like, you know, to the right. Let me like manually figure out the speed and velocity. If I move it this far, how far does the train move, how far does the crystal move, and how far does the sky move. I would have to like, with Flash, at least with the older versions, I would have to like manually go down and like sit down and say, okay, let me make a keyframe on literally every asset, and then before and after, and then do that manually. Whereas like I had to figure out like, okay, the train's pretty close, so it would probably move faster than something that's gonna be like the crystal in the sky. The sky's not gonna move as much. So that's a pretty gentle camera move, so I think there's more camera moves later on. That's the Dippy Bird scene. Yeah, so I got this camera shot here for free with this close-up zoom without having to move anything, because there's no keyframes for the rest of the... Like, the horses here don't have keyframes to be closer. I am literally just moving the camera in space closer. So that's the fun part. The bird scene, and then I even got a little closer. Let me actually show that. I got a Discord. Let me just check to see. Oh, okay, it's one of you guys. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, cool. Let me just get the storyboard go through here. That's what we got. We got up to brown here. So I'm gonna have this Dippy Bird and then even slower and then have like a little faster, like even closer zoom up. I just made these real rough with the Dippy Bird falling over. And then even closer zoom of that and a zoom out. I just think it's so cool that I'm still mystified about it. That this is still feels magic to me. That's like I'm literally just moving the camera out and it's like everything's mathematically right. There is a thing with Flash where you can do these. It does kind of look like this, where it has the vertical. Here's close to camera, here's far away from camera stuff. So, but again, it's Flash, so it doesn't quite work as I expect, or like it starts to like break down, or you start doing camera stuff, and then stuff like flies all over the place, and so. But this seems to work more reliably. It's probably the best way to put it. Yeah, initial suplex it. That's why we needed to have the background rendered pretty good to a good default, is because the train will have to lift up out of the into the sky, so probably just be like, you know, like gone like this. So I had to actually have to make a background for it and still have it like reach larger than accommodate for the scale of as I zoom in. So sometimes I had to like move the background at the bottom here was actually being clipped off, probably around this line, this horizontal line here. It was being clipped off where I didn't have the line going on to the bottom, so I had to like adjust that because I had the camera zoom in too far. Let's see. What's that? Boy. Oh no. Cookie can't say he's hardly able to load the stream. Oh jeez. Is everyone else okay? I mean, everyone else seems to be okay. Let's go back here then. Looks like me. I don't know if it counts me as a watcher if I'm watching my own stream on YouTube. Let's see. Hopefully everyone else is doing okay. All right. Well, if everyone else is here, let me keep going with this. We gotta get progress, because it's almost been a whole month and I feel like I've only animated 5 seconds of this. And this is gonna be quite long, as you can tell from here. That's okay, because we have to color key be in a black fade out. Yep. That's okay. Okay. Should we get going? Let's see. There's still stuff to do in the first shot, so let's try and do that. Focus animations. Star will take care of replacement messages. Thank you, Star. I know everyone else is enamored by what I'm doing. And no questions. Hi, cartoons. Welcome. Let's get going. Now that I can't explain what's going on. Alrighty. So what I want is... What I can't really do right now is I don't have the train... See how I want the train door to open here and then to reveal Duster. So that's gonna be off-stream stuff, but what I can do is get him there and then I'll have to, yeah, what his next thing is getting them into pose 2 basically, where he's facing the other way and then he starts using his duster on the door. Get the duster on the door frame, I guess. I don't know what he's really doing at this point. But we gotta swap him around and flip him. So obviously the easiest way to flip him in a cheat way is just to... Okay, we'll have to figure out what to do with that, because that's not good. Okay. Because it's 2 to 5 people. Okay. I'm fine with that. Having fun regardless. It's okay. If I can talk to at least one person, even if it's me, that's okay. Let's get rid of this over so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay. So next thing is I want him to just kind of flip around and then get into his next position. So let's go back into here. Okay. Let's kind of expand some stuff, not that much. Okay. Let's go to view, selection mode only. Okay. Let's see, so, well now I want them, let's add another peg, because sometimes that does help. And if I just click that, boop, and flip them, cool. Okay, it didn't explode, so that's good. Okay. So what I would like is, let's get rid of that. Let's just add another peg there, and then I can put the, see this little dot there, I want to put it right where he is. Yeah. That's the magic rotatey button. Put it near the middle. Okay. So that'll help me when I want him to have him flip the other way. Because otherwise, as you saw, like when I try to flip it this way, it works. So, cool. Well, alright. That's unreliable in that sense, so. Anyway. Okay, so I want him to boop. And then just take a bit to go there, and then let's have him go into a duck, and so it's kind of like curve around. Let's see if I can like show that, because one of his heads like going a curve, which can't see it with white. Boop. So I want his head to be like here. And then, like maybe this a little thicker. Just go in a curve, and then have his head be like in the middle, and then be flipped the other way. While also animating his leg to also reach under, maybe pull out the duster itself. So, this might take a bit. This might be the stream. Who knows? Alright. So boop 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 boop. Just do it here. So what is the actual head? So it's gonna go down. Actually, just kind of bump into itself a little bit here. Let's see. What other puppets can I make? I can make a whole bunch. I mean, I can make pretty much all the pony ones, I suppose. Because pony ones are, I can use a pony life, pony because I got this default version of horse, so this has all the stuff already made. So this will also be, you know, easier to just use this as a template and then add the stuff like this. Hair, colors, and everything else that makes them unique. If there's pony life characters like Discord or other creatures, then that's where it's gonna be a little bit harder to you know, have to like actually create those, if you know what I mean. So I would have to make like a Discord very, very specific puppet rather than you know, just a Fluttershy, which would just be the same thing there, but it'll just be, this will make sense, don't worry. So I had to jump. I'm doing this in weird steps. But yeah, obviously there's no really off-limits ones, because I can probably do, I have other puppets and characters in other styles, but I just haven't made them in, especially not in Toon Boom really yet. This puppet itself is really the only one that I really just have set up in Toon Boom at this point. So, yeah, thanks for asking about that. Thank you for asking an animation question. I super appreciate that. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, like it's not super like off limits or like off the table to do something like that, to do a sort of like other creature style, but it would take just that little bit of more effort and time. So that's why I'm like, let's just focus on like characters that I already have, or at least able to just make, you know, relatively quickly. Okay, so that's pretty good. Let's get here. I'm gonna call you the flipper. Alright. So this will be the one just for flipping him the other way. So I want him to flip. Let's see. So it'll be after the one where its head is like really weird position here. So it'll be here. Is where I want to flip him. Ah, jeez. Let's put you. We'll have to clear that out, and then put this there, and then flip them like that. There you go. So now you should be. Whoop. Already feels pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with how this is looking. Pretty good. And if we just get his arms to kind of flip around too. Ooh, we're already like halfway done. Okay. So what I want is arm. Let's say how would you flip him? I had to do this with my arms, so sorry about this that you can't see. But one arm needs to cross over each other. So the far arm here needs to be in front. And then this one pretty much stays in place. So this one will need to start to flip around. And then this one now becomes the other leg. So this one needs to get back into position. But this one now, hey, can get back into this position. See how that works? Alright. Let's kind of have this be a little bit longer. Let's be like that. Okay. In a sense, I could have just have him be facing the right way and then just kind of jump and then do his thing, but this is more fun. Alrighty. So what I want here is basically to have like a new drawing of everything. Regardless, whatever I want to do, that is another issue. Let's see. So I want his eyes to have. I want his whole eye. I want this part and everything to have like another pupil or another peg. Let's get a new peg. Yep. Pop it into there, and then let's see. Things that go into the head from there. So that'll be this. That's the eyebrow one. That seems to lead into there. Okay. Especially just making an intermediate thing. So I guess I could just do that. Let's do it. We'll just see how this happens. Let's see if this works. If I just take everything that looks like they go into the other one. Let's see what happens there. So now that goes into there. That goes in there. That doesn't. Let's mess up somewhere. Because this one needs to go into something. Ah, there you go. So what do I have now? I have all that. I want it to go into here. And now I can do this. Haha! That's interesting. Okay. Let's go into here. That brings all that. I would like the iris, which is outline. So now if I get this, should bring all that. Yay! Okay. So instead of trying to have to keyframe all that junk at the same time, or separately, I want for here just to go. Let's just do that. And then I need to reset this. Let's go back here, and then basically make the same thing with this, and then the mouth. If I can select the mouth, please. Okay, so what happens is that here changes, and then it goes back to its recorder. Honestly, that feels already pretty good, so might not need to like make it an elaborate whole new drawing, but I might need to figure out if I want to do that later on. Okay, so what I want is other legs. Let's see. Probably the same thing. So this one would probably just kind of not move as much, and then this one becomes the one that does move. Let's just get the leg and then get it into a rotated position. Not too worried about this. Okay, so basically this one now needs to be the one to rotate. Does this one go up? Okay, and then we get this one to be down. Yay. Hup, hup, hup. Okay, and I want the tail to drag behind. So this can go up a little bit. So this can go behind his body for a bit and then get back to normal. And it sends back here. There you go. Okay. What's also going to sell it is the blink. Find out where the middle one is, and then get this to be closed, and then animate the rest of it. Okay, and then we do the reverse to see whereabouts. Actually, not really. Let's get rid of that, and I don't need this one. Does this feel different? F. Interesting. F. Wait, B. B. I need to end at B instead. And then the other one ends at B. Okay. Fair enough. And now the middle is still weird, but it still kind of works. Try this one then. How do I get both eyes? That's the eye master. This is this eye, this is that eye. This needs to actually go into here. There you go. Get this. To then kind of look at what it's going to be doing, which is that. Let's see if I can move the eye to fit. a little better here. To go up just a smidge. There you go. Okay. So now what we got is, there you go. If I want to spend more time on it, then obviously I can, but I think that's gonna be good. How's that look to you? There's just that 2 frames where it kind of feels right around here where I can like probably just take the whole body maybe and then just kind of skew it maybe. Hello. Sort of like the Paper Mario style, where it's just kind of like take everything and kind of just skew it onto itself, you know. That actually sort of works. Feels like it gets thin because it does, but what you gotta do. Okay, cool. So pop. Yep. All right. How does that look? Let's see. Do 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 do. Hup. Hup. Yep. All right. I'll take it. All right. Let's do Harsh Winnie's reaction for what we just did there. So this is also why we don't like having many characters. Because basically that means that everything that I just did, now I need the other character to react to what just happened. So it just takes so long to do this. So more characters on screen means I have to like do the main action one and then have the other one react to it. And it's like if there's more, then all of them have to react in their own individual character way. So yeah. Am I Yoshi? Honestly, getting through it, but I'm doing okay. How are you? Try not to dismiss that, but it's like, yeah. I'm just having trouble with trying to figure out, like, with Patreon stuff. It's really been on my mind as well. As I feel like my my tiers that I have are, I feel like I have a 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10 tier. So it's already like 5 tiers. So I feel like with the way that I haven't been making monthly videos too lately, I feel like I should probably crack down on that to make it so that there's a little bit more for what you bang for a buck or something. So let's see. Okay, so this is her like going to get ready to like she's like, I'm ready to go into the train now. Here I go. Whoop. Let's see, just kind of make that a little bit faster. Hit. Where she's like, let's see. Where she's like leaning into this now. That she's like wanting to get on the train. That she's like, hip, hip, hip. Yeah, I'll probably talk about the Patreon stuff at Toaster Time, so I could be more elaborate with that. I have plans of like what I sort of want to do with it. At least a rectification of it that I feel like I can be a little better with it, you know. Get rid of this. Yep. So yeah, I said at the top two that I'm just slightly fatigued. So let's see how it goes. I'm just working on like too many projects and they're all very like at the same time like very stressful. Hey Minty. Yep, pop. There you go. That's pretty good. Let's get back in here. Let's see. I watched your well, most of the live stream that I could. Minty. That was really good. Let's see here. She's ready to get in. I have to work on a train at some point. Let's see. Whoop. Okay. Let's see. I think that are just a little bit weird. Must have like, yeah. Must have like started to animate it and then now I'm going in between because it's 50 here. I haven't done, but now I've somehow animated this much and now I'm confused. What I got here? I would just have to like just erase some of this that now doesn't quite line up. Just kind of redo it. After the blink, that should be good. Okay. Yep. That works. And then she's still like waiting. Let's see, let's go back to storyboard. Looks good. I think the storyboard's slightly slower. It's definitely got a different pace now. Probably because I didn't account for the spin to take a little bit longer. But I think with the puppets version it should be okay. I also meant for him to have his duster. We have to do that as well. As well as we have to design a duster as well. So let's see. Yep. Is that now? Let's see. So I want Horshwitty to kind of react to this motion. Let's get ahead. Oops. Let's see. Is it okay. That's okay, cool guard. But yeah, might be better in the Discord if you want to have more support on that. Just kind of have her kind of go. Let's have a train from the Crystal Empire new person. The train is the this pony. I'm trying to get it. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, this is we designed it. I made it with the chat to like design a new train porter guy. We designed him in a sense that it's like he's gonna be kind of ditzy as well. That he's not gonna. It's gonna Mr. Magoo in a sense that he's just gonna have his duster out and not really pay attention. And he's gonna like clean up the train to make it clean. But it's gonna be a crystal train exactly. So we just kind of made him into a unique design to have something for Horshwitty to now deal with. Let's see. I guess I can show you the storyboards for the whole thing. As of now, none of this after here is going to be finished. But the whole story is also made by this chat too, so that's why there's a weird dippy bird in the middle. Just because we wanted to have that. So, just gonna be working on what we have here. I'm gonna find out where this head motion is and just kind of so figure out what I want to do. This one is Yoshi Gamer, dude. Oh wow! Hello. What I want here. Just gonna move this arm down a little bit. Could be some body motion as well. I think one of my favorite things with Toon was just the child parenting system, as well as I figured out that you can, let's see, select the thing. Like I can select this arm, see the timeline here of only these keyframes, as well as then click on this, and now I can see the body master and the leg timelines at the same time. I think that's one of my favorite features. I also figured out you can literally click on anything else. Like if I want to see what is what Duster's eye is doing, I can also see that. And it's just in this super compact, like I don't have to worry about anything else. And unselected, that's impressive too. But yeah, I think that's one of my favorite things. The camera too is also just like visually amazing. I think it was Flash, but it's definitely not as simple. Let's see. So now I can precisely see that, because that's what happened with the double rainbow puppets that I said on that toaster time. Was that for some reason it looks like she goes backward. What the double rainbow puppets, they were like each eye was a separate symbol because that's just how you do it. So it didn't make sense of like logistically how you're supposed to animate things. So yeah. Alright. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Minty. Let's see. Save mission as well as moving characters. Yes. 5 weeks in majority management. Yep, you got it right. Feels like someone wants to move the keyframe. Okay. Let's see. That was fun. How you guys doing? Because I actually got very sweaty thinking about him watching me now. Let's see, got a little nervous. What I want now is to see where Harshwini's head is. Okay. So I have that, and I would like this as well. So I think one of these is the headmaster. That's this one. Okay. So let's see. So I got the body in a different position. I can now see right around where we'd like things now. I can see that these don't work. Kind of just keep redoing what I have, but it's fine. If I could like adjust it. There feels to be a disalignment here. This is what anime is all about. Okay. Ooh, what I can do right around here, maybe, because that he spins around and then Harshwini then gets upset and then puts her hoof down, basically. I'll have her look at her watch. Maybe that might not work with the timing that I have. It'd just be easier to just have her to put her hoof down. Okay, so what I want is, again, the body. To match up with this. Okay. I want the head to then match up with that. Up. And there should be like a down, maybe? didn't move it far enough to actually make it a keyframe. Okay, so now got that, and then I need the arm. Let's see. I'm gonna go up, and then down. We need to switch the artwork to be probably like one of these, probably back to, or just straight actually, and then let's see. Find out about where the wrist in this one is. And it's swinging around town. Up and then down. Okay, cool. Let's see. Because as I should say, sugar on a mint. Let's see. That's bench medicine. Oh, okay. Oh, the toothpaste. Okay. I'll say that I don't like mint or peppermint. I'm sorry. I don't know if it's like got, you know, Pavlov because of the bad experiences I had, like when I got braces as a young kid. That's like, that was very painful and traumatizing. And I always put like mint flavor on everything to make it, you know, when you brush your teeth there, it's like, yeah, all right, sure. But I did give it before that. I just didn't like it. It's the overwhelming like sensation of like your whole mouth is like cold or something. It's like very unnatural flavor. It's like a whole sensation that's just like, this isn't fun. Yeah, it actually kind of works. All right, let's see. Let's preview it. Let's watch it. Da, 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 da. Oops. Da, 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 da. And then it switches to Dippy Bird. Perfect. All right. Okay, baby, mint sweets are good. Mint sweets are good. Right. Especially the Girl Scouts, because thin mints. Interesting. Well, let's see. Well, try and disagree, but I don't think I had that experience to know about thin mint particularly. Yeah, I guess the training animation is a lot different than what's in the show. Yes. Well, it's still based on, I'm still gonna base it on the Crystal train, the Crystal Express. I don't know what to call it. There's very, very few references of it, at least on the very quick Google search. So, this is just a basic sketch. By Thursday, I'll try and get this to be nice and pretty and probably like color. But I just focused on just getting this background here and everything else ready. So I'll get the train next time. But I wanted to also show that I made this as an intermediate phase here, I suppose. So sorry that, yeah, this train is temporary and literally just a sketch. So I will clean it up. So don't you worry about that. Okay. I think we got the first shot, at least, you know, without the secondary motion and stuff, pretty good. I'm pretty happy with a lot of this. Right, we need the duster. Sorry, keep forgetting about that. Let's get duster. Give duster to duster. Let's see here. Whoop. Okay. You probably won't like bubblegum if that's what you say. That's true. Yeah, you always get these, like, again, like the Pavlov, where is that test or experiment where if you ring a bell and then you get a treat, this is like a dog testing thing. If you ring a bell and then give dog a treat, then they'll be conditioned to then eventually, when they hear a bell, they'll expect a treat, or that the bell means that a treat is gonna happen. So is that psychological? stuff. So when you get into like stuff like this, where it's like, yeah, I don't want like mint, is basically just because that reminds me of the experience of that's and stuff. So yeah, science. Here we need to get the duster. Just do it. What I would like is to make it a, because I know for the rest of the whole, I don't know what to call this, animation. I know for the rest of the animation, I'm gonna have duster dust basically like the whole time. So what I could do is make that into like a loop. I think there's a special word for it, probably something. If I can figure out how to do this. Yeah. I want to get this paperclip looking thing. Cycle. So I can create a cycle of it based on these. If I can like put down like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I get those as pictures, then I like repeat those as a cycle. Excuse me, over and over and over. So let's see. And so now he's going to basically get these two. There you go. So what he's got to do is kind of reach behind him into himself. I do this a lot, so don't you worry about this. It's that old, you know, when you reach into your pocket and you get out a whatever, an anvil out of your pants or something. I don't know. Some weird cartoony thing. Okay, so I want to change this into a new picture. Let's see, what's the starting pose that I would like? I could probably use this as a base. Let's see here. And then we'll draw the duster into here. So, new picture. This will be 10. And then I'll be able to reach up like that. And then you'll, yep, I think there's one pose here where that doesn't connect, so let's get that back in. Yep. Okay, cool. Okay, so what I want is several pictures of him holding a duster. So let's see what I want to do. I can put these in different layers, I think. Probably. I could probably just put this on the underlay. Put you on the color lay. And then on the line art, let's draw. Is there like a rotate button? I forgot how to get that. I don't know what the button is, but there's a way to like rotate the canvas. Because I could just draw it and then figure that out. Color. Let's put it on duster palette. Okay. So we need that. That's the outline color. Okay. So what do you want it to look like? It's probably just something maybe curvy like that. And then duster probably around this kind of a shape. And then we just make it something like that. I can make that black so you guys can see it. How's that for a sketch? Let me see what a duster looks like. Oh, duster is German for gloomy. Interesting. I think I got it pretty close. Let's see if there's a duster MLP. Let's wait something. Aha! Oh, okay. We can do it more. That's right. More like this. Okay. Okay, got it. I think I had the head a little bit weird. So it's more that it has more like individual feathers, which makes sense. But I guess they're more more like this, and we could just have a whole ton of these. And just get rid of some of these. How's that look? That's probably a little better from what I want, and I can just keep adjusting it as I go. So don't you worry about that. Okay, that'll do. I mean, it's actually one of my favorites I experience while brushing. And sometimes I eat the toothpaste. Yeah, I think I recommend you to not eat some toothpaste. But you do you. Alrighty. So what I could do is probably put them a little closer where you'll see it on the outer canvas. It's right around there. So probably needs this to be a little bit longer. Okay, so what I want now is that I got this. Let's put you, ooh, line. Let's put you on the color lay. Let's change you into green. Let's go to line, and then should be good here. Go to point. Change this to 8. Probably be good. Update it. Make sure I'm on the right layer. Okay. And then let me just go ahead and pick our points where we want them. Actually, probably won't jinx this, but I feel pretty confident in doing this pretty quick. So how we doing? So we're just about on time, but probably save the actual animation for this dusting animation probably for later. I think that is going to be more fun to try to figure out. Like his arm actually having different poses, I suppose. Like that. I started to think in Pony Life style, which is going to be a little tricky with this. So that I could get rid of, not that line, this line. And then let's just straighten this out. We could just make it into curly cues. Let's see. So to do that, let's see. So it goes up and then, nope. That's actually hard to just draw. Okay, it's gonna be something like that. So basically, I can just kind of just go across here and then just add the curly cues afterward. Actually, all things considered, connect them. Let's see. And then go down. Try to make them, of course, non-uniform as best I can. Okay. And then connect these two. When they're yellow, that means they're not connected. Let's see here. Okay. It feels rotated. Let me actually see if I can just rotate it more there. There you go. And then just connect these bops back to bop. There you go. Okay, try to do that in Photoshop. Okay. Let's see. Okay, that feels good. And then the trick thing is that I want it to go pop and then pop there. So basically just make this into a loop and then let's see. Then it'll just be defining how big that should be. That should be our curly cue. So pop, 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 and then pop, pop, pop. Alright. There we go. We'll just add these to all these. And that should be a little quicker. Pop. There we go. Try to do this in Flash. Flash would hate this. This isn't... It probably just already croak after like trying to even when I did like the whole rotating thing, it would probably just explode at the end of that. I'll draw these two last thing and then probably make a base coat color, and it'll be done. Thank you. Am I getting smaller? I can't tell. Let's get bigger then. That's always safer, I guess. This will be good. As well as we'll also, like, after we make this asset, we'll also have to make the whole Dippy Bird scene, so that's gonna be interesting. Let's put you on the overlay layer, so then I can color it. What color should it be? What color should like the fan and everything should be? Because obviously I can change it later, but also it just needs to be visible, to a sense, really. Up. Let me get this to be the default color, and then change this to be the fill color. It's basically this. Ep. 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 And then probably like one more for something. Boop. There you go. Should we add more details, or does it seem unfinished somehow? Let's see. It looks pretty good. It feels off. There you go. Oh, it's being squished somehow because I have the body itself not go back into a normal position. Do. This should be taller. And then a little bit. So it should be roughly one. One. So let's put this back here. So halfway, higher, down. And then we go to head. And then we just make sure that this all lines back up. So, not that squished. There, okay. And then he gets the bop, bop, bop. For some reason he switches back, so that's not what we want. We want him to keep holding this. I see. Okay, just because of this. It's not at the same angle somehow. Let's see if I can select everything here. Or not. Select everything here. There you go. And then see about where it is, and then get rid of that. I should just get rid of these, actually. That's probably just the only thing. Yeah, that works. And then have him from there lift up his arm, which is probably what I had before, but now I got it like this. Okay, and then just gonna put that down, and then put that down. Not that far. Yay! Okay, that almost works. And then we just have to literally just put this into his hand. And probably flip it. Let's see. Why am I having trouble with this? Needs to be flipped and goes up. And goes, whoa, that way. I got it. I just need to get the right angle. There. Flat. Flat. That way. Needs to go this way. Or does it? Needs to go up. This way. Haha! I got it. It's like totally wackadoo. So you need to just hold it. And then hold it. Please just hold it. Okay. Yep. Yay! Okay, that'll do. Probably won't actually fix it. But, oh well. That's too hard. So I see that this needs to be up a bit. But I would like it to be there. Like that. There. Got it. Okay. Yes. Oh yeah. I should probably go into toast time. Thank you. Okay. Let's go to toast time. Bop bop bop. There you go. Okay. So I can get rid of this. And how's that look? Let's get it right before it ends here. So end, stop, and then repeat. Let's see. Actually, that works. Okay. I was gonna add the color card, and I don't think I need it. Okay. Boop. Whew. All right. Well, that's what we got so far. Honestly, Harshwing is probably the best animated out of all this right now. Let's see. There's still a lot more to do. Obviously, this is still the one shot. The first shot. This is only the first shot. There's probably like around 4 to 5 shots. So, but the Dippy Bird shots arguably would be simpler. Because there's only one character and it's basically just a rotation, so that's relatively simple. And then let's see. So there's a shot of this at Dippy Bird, and then Harshwing just getting more mad, and then another Dippy Bird, and then the one where she suplexes the train. So that's all in all only 3 Harshwing shots, and if we get just this one good by the end of the week, then we should be moving on. What's 7? Is there 7 shots? I can check, because I'm pretty sure I'm right, because I looked at it. Let's see. Let's get all the way down to here. Stop. Let's just only just show the storyboard. Okay. So I want to make this a point. 1. Then it's up. It's up. 2. 3. 4. 5. Arguably, you could say that the Dippy Bird is... Oh, okay. I want to be more careful when you announce that ambiguous stuff like that, then. That's okay. I'm only looking at you sometimes, so I need to make sure about that. Let's see. I need to switch this back to 140-ish. Let's see. Okay. Sorry. Okay, go. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything to that then. Okay. But now we know. Now we looked through the storyboard, so everyone should be caught up. So there we go. How we doing then? Yeah. Excessive mean more than 5. Well, it's excessive like per letter then. I don't know how we'd set it up. But yeah, we do like not to have for the stream not to have too many capitals. Capital emojis just fill up the stream too much. That it just fills it too much. That's like, yeah, can we like refrain from that? Not to say that we want you to be, you know, all boring and everything, to not have exciting messages, but it does get excessive over time. So if we can get it out of the from the offset, then we'll prefer that. So hopefully that's okay. And there's your science in 7. Oh, gotcha. Oh, letters? Oh, geez, we're doing letters? I think words is probably just fine, too. Hello. Yeah, hello's fine. Yeah. I feel like if... I don't know. Yeah. Because I don't really know. Because Star and I have different... leniences, I guess. So, like, I'm okay with seeing some... I mean, I'm just happy to see chat and all, so I'm trying to be careful with that, to say, like, yeah, we want you to please type, please talk to us. I love reading your stuff, so, but I know that Star is probably going to be a bit more less lenient, and think, like, we need to have a little bit more order, and I think so too. Not to say, like, I'm free to. I feel like we're at different spectrums of, like, okayness to write stuff. So I would say, like, please write stuff, just because I'm desperate. And then I don't know. And the mediator, yeah, I think it's one of my personality types, was mediator or something. So I'm neutral. I'm trying to I'm independent. So yeah. So if there is, like, actual, like, bad stuff with, like, actual slurs or whatever, then it's like, yeah, I would put my foot down on that. But I feel like if it's just, like, repetitive use of stuff that's like caps or emojis, and that's where it gets annoying. If there's, like, one instance of a caps, or, like, you're saying, like, 7 letters, I would feel okay with that personally. But if Star's not okay with it, then we'll have to converse on that. So sorry. Yeah. So Kiki was here earlier, so he kind of missed out on that to get the good cop. But yeah, that's it. Let me get some more water. Is the preview screen that you see in the top? It's probably big enough for you. You probably just see what's going on. All right. So I really want to make this shot a little bit longer. Or probably make some stuff faster. I'm not sure. Definitely need to animate the last part of Duster's animation. Needs to have a little bit more movement, but I can see, like, the difference between having the full body skewing and moving, and the body moving and the head moving at the same time, rather than just moving arm up. It feels weird. Boy. Is that offense? Like, as if, like, a sporting thing? And then offense? I don't know. They might be the same homonym. Alright, let's see. That's good. Switch back. Let's see. So yeah, like I said, when Mincy was here today, I'm just tired. I am. I'm trying to work longer days to get the movie going, at least progressing, because honestly most of the days I'm just spending most of my work time when I'm awake to work on the Midnight Mares. So yeah, sometimes I just work on that so long during the day that I then don't have time, or the energy really is the main issue, to work on anything else. So yeah, so during the last weekend I've been trying to work really hard and like work like even yesterday I worked like after dinner, which I usually don't do. So I ate dinner, then came back, turned my computer back on, and then worked on the movie a bit. So I made good progress. I'm getting to a point where it's like, hey, those little ideas in my head are becoming real things, and I feel happy. Because I did spend like 3 days trying to model a bridge, and then, yeah. So, but I know different ways to model a bridge and different ways that I kept some of the bad models, so for reference, I suppose. If I need that kind of shape, I guess I can just use that. So, excuse me. But let's see. Excuse me. Excuse me. So, yeah, I'm still working on that. I don't know, because I'm still working on the city model. Because that most of the last week has just been working on that one asset of the bridge, so I'll have to yeah, extend my deadline, my personal deadline, I suppose. So I added a whole new feature, a whole new extension of landmass. So now that I've had this new area of landmass, I now have to decorate it and add more stuff onto that. So that's gonna be fun. I'm thinking of adding some cute little things and little assets there. I don't know. I'm actually thinking about it now. It might be just easier to have them as flats, because I don't think I'll see them too closely. And 2D flats is kind of working better anyway, because I don't know actually some 3D model it. If I could like make the bridge 2D sprite, that'd be amazing. Let's see. So, let's see. Yeah, Star's not gonna be okay. Yeah, he's not a real police. Okay. But he does actually have the power to like do moderator stuff, like time out people for 500 seconds and ban people. So, please don't get out on his bad side, I suppose. I don't know. To not actually start intimidating him, because he does have power to do bad things like that. So he does have authority to do that. So I'm just here to talk and just hang out and draw. So Star's gonna be moderating the chat as much as he can. So that's why I'm like, I feel like I'm trying to separate myself and push myself away from trying to deal with these little controversies. Record is 4 bands and 5 timeouts in one stream. Jeez. Yeah, that was fun. I think I was just like freaking out. It's like, this is happening, and so I was trying to like say like, oh, this isn't really happening, or something. What am I saying? Or like I was just trying to ignore it. I saw it in my on my peripheral vision, but then I didn't want to acknowledge it. It's a new Star would figure it out. So thank you for that. Yeah. Let's see. I know any kind of segue to Patreon is always going to be bad, so but here we are. Yeah, I've been thinking about it since the last couple weeks. Because with the Patreon tiers and the different stuff that I have, those are whenever I'm doing posts now on. Recently, I've done posts as just like preview pictures and behind the scenes stuff and wallpapers and whatevers. But I had to like manually set it up to be when I post it, I can manually set it to be like, oh, have it be visible to these certain tiers. So I've kind of been flip-flopping and figuring out like deciding whether I want if I want to have tier 1s to be able to see those previews. The problem is that I'm putting them, the last ones I've been putting them on the preview pictures on Twitter and advertising those as just to get more traction on that, to make that more advertiser friendly with that. That I've been saying, hey, look, on saying that's Twitter, like, hey, look, I posted something on Patreon. But then I feel scummy saying, like, yeah, but it's only for $3 and up. That's when you get to see the previews. So I've kind of been feeling bad about that and just thinking, like, whether or not, and rethinking it, does it say, like, is that what I want? Because there are a lot of, like, $1 people, so it's like, I feel like I should give them something, but the way that I had it structured and the tiers were up at the beginning were that $1 would be wallpapers and be in the name in the credits, so basically everyone up would get that too, and then $3 would get the previews, so all the Patreon posts. So I felt bad that if I said, like, oh, check it out, and then if a new person said, oh, I would like to see what this serious behind the scenes post is, and then they get locked out because they're not paying $3 like they normally do to $1. So I feel like bad that's like, ooh, right, check it out, but you have to pay just a little bit more than you expect or want to. So that's why I'm trying to, like, refigure that out. So I've been thinking about this for several weeks already, that what I want to do, restructure it, because now I know it's been a little bit longer. It's been a whole year after I've been doing the movie preview stuff, so or working on chapter, up to chapter 3 with my with the movie. So I know I'm a little bit late on that, but it's been in the back of my mind. I just don't know what to do. So I have a plan to remove 2 tiers and just to simplify it, because I feel like it's just because I have like 5 tiers right now. I have a 1, 3, 5, 7, and 10. So even just saying that is just like, that's a lot. So I've been thinking of whether just to remove the odd ones, or I guess the 3s and 7s, because 3 is just really just for previews. I guess I can show it. That's fine. Maybe a little small in this little picture. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because I don't know whether or not to, it's locked. Oh, there you go. I figured that out. Let's see. Let me hang on one second. Get this where I want it to be. So you can see the different tiers. Let's see. Is that a water? How do I see that? Oh, now it's locked too. I can't move anything. Oh, jeez. I would say link is in the description to be a Patreon, but I don't know at this point. I want to hold off at least a little bit. I don't know. I just don't want to, like, have you go for a 7 and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna remove 7 now. So let's see. How do I show what my tiers are? These will do. There you go. Yep. So the tiers I have, now they're small. Jeez. Okay. Stupid responsive design. Okay. So right now I have of 1, which are just wallpapers of thumbnails. So, and you name the credits on Patreon or in Discord. And then 3 as a preview of the, I don't know, like a couple of screenshots, I guess, and preview pictures before the video goes live. 5 is storyboards, so you get a video of the storyboards, and then 7 being a video, you get a pony OC design, and then 10 is fancy, I don't know if you can show a few tiers. What's going on now? I want to see more tiers. View. There's probably view all. I'm doing my best. Oh, there you go. You will see a custom $10. You get a custom short animation, which honestly, the only people who are doing this they're okay with not doing that. So I talked with them. They're like, yeah, they're not. They got one, and then they're like not interested to do another one. So, but they're still being $10. So thank you for that. So I feel like that's very too comprehensive and too many things. So, as well as the posts I've done, which aren't on here. Those are when I do a post on here, it feels like, oh well, I have it set as where the preview is set to 3. So yeah. If I set it up to be removed 3, which I wanted to simplify it in some way, then there'd be no point to having this, because the only sense to have a 3 would be to have the preview. So it's like that's where I'm stuck, is that I need to somehow remove and like collapse to make it so that when you're 1 you can get the previews as well, or figure it out. I don't know. I feel like just having too many is hard. So I wanted the illusion of choice. That's like, oh well, if you just add like 2 more, and then you get a whole bunch of more stuff, and then you add 2 more, well, you get a lot more stuff. But I think it's just too much. That might even be confusing in some way as well. So let's see. Then animate Ben's avatar was at Tender. Ben Hijul. I'm trying to think. Because Ben went back and forth between different tiers, so that's where I was just probably problem as well. That is not consistent for people. So I think for Ben's situation that was probably a 10 or at least a 7. I'm not sure. I think it's been so long. It's been over a year. Let me think. I want to make sure that I'm clear of all this as well, but I'm not sure, so it's kind of hard. Frankly, I don't remember, so I feel like lying or trying to cover it up. I'm not sure, so I'm sorry. I did make an animation for Ben where I have him walk. So I have a walking animation. So yeah. I frankly just don't remember. So, but I did make it, and they were happy. So that's all good. Let's see. Okay. So yeah, if you have more thoughts about this, or what I should do, or yeah, I guess this would be good for people who obviously aren't patrons to like know if this is too confusing or not. Guess I can how can I link this? It's already in the description. So look at the description and there's a Patreon link so you can look through it without me going like this all the time. So I feel like I want to collapse it or make it simpler or something, because I feel bad with the $3 here that only $3 and up would get the previews, but then what's the point of the 3? So then it's like, do I just get rid of it? That'd be the simplest, I suppose. Thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, if I could just get rid of the 3, then just put it into the 1 or even a 5 or something. I could put the 3 into the 5, but then there's a big jump. So yeah, I don't know. If there's comments about that, feel free for that. What you guys think about this situation or anything else you want me to talk about it with this? Because I'm honestly just looking into feedback to figure this out. Because this is several years old, and I was just naive and trying to figure this out. And now it's just too long. That's like to change it now would be destructive. So I'm not sure what to do. because we're just about at the end of the month, so probably be easier for people to just have it be, to not change it, you know, the 29th. If I change this all now, you know, and then like on the 30th when people start to pay for this, they know how to know what's going on. And these tiers are honestly just they're not hard coded, or in a sense that when you become a patron, you can do whatever amount you want. It's just that for these, you know, you can make it easier. Patreon makes it easier to say, oh well, if you do 3, then you automatically become these different tiers. So if you want to do $2, I suppose you could, and then it'll just be easier. But then it'd be like you're in between, so it's like for me and Patreon, it's like I don't know which one you're in then. So that's not the issue. Okay. I feel just for the thumbnails is not worth it. I personally would put the $3 with the $1. Okay, Star. Let's see. Put the 3 with the 1. That'd probably be easier. I do have some people who are 3. It's just not showing it here. But, yeah. That would make it easy. And then I can probably make some of these cheaper, because honestly, when I got started, it's like, oh, I want to have them be big numbers, so when there's one person, then it'll seem like I got a lot. But I bet I could just make this cheaper. I don't know. All feedback's good too, so. But that's good. I'll take that into consideration. That wasn't what my initial plan was, but I feel like that might be in the right direction of what I want. Is that I want it to be something. I think the thumbnails are fun. Obviously it doesn't take an elaborate amount of time to like prepare and set up them, and it's just like a fun, like, oh, you get a download, you know, kind of thing that you can put as a wallpaper or something. I send you wallpaper size PNG and the thumbnails on my videos, and then thank you. So in the credits. So I feel like that's easy enough for me to do. That no one's really complained about it. So I feel like that's okay. That's where I'm at. That it's like no one's really saying like, why you give me a wallpaper? Like I don't think this is worthy or something of it. So honestly, hopefully half of these people are just patrons, are just grateful and just generous in their own right. So it's like that's just happy and to me. So, and then this is just the icing on the cake for them. So yeah. Let's see, $1 for early thumbnails. Oh, these are not early thumbnails, these are when I published a video. So I published a video, and then like a day later I give them all the rewards. So yeah, that's what I've been doing, is that a day later I would send the rewards for everything, so that people who don't want to be surprised or like spoiled by all this stuff, then I'll send them. Let me read the rest of it though. I'm going to try to repay $1 for thumbnails. Might not pay. You might pay as the $2 much for the previous 2. Yeah. Because honestly, I make the thumbnails like the last thing, so like the last thing of the assembly line process, and like I make the thumbnails and then like the title. Because usually I just have like a working title. So I don't know what it's really gonna be called when I put it on YouTube. So like when I try to look through my Flash files, they're all like temporary names. Like if it's a holiday, it'd be like, oh, Valentine Day would be the flaw name, and then the YouTube name would be a Derpy Special Hearts Day Fluff thing, haha. You know, so I come up with a more clever name for the titles later. But yeah, for the thumbnails and everything else too, I send the storyboards along with them, along with the, if you're 5, then you get the wallpaper and then the storyboard. So, and the preview is just like whenever I honestly just feel like it. But I try to make a point to try to do it every month, so it'll seem like you're still paying for it in a sense, not to, you know, totally disregard it. Let's see. So what do you think about that? Now you got more information about that. Anyone else is in chat too? You have any opinion on it? Or if you're totally like not interested, then maybe there's a way that can make this more interesting. Let me know about that too. Like if there's something that's not attractive about this somehow. You know, that'd also be helpful. Because if I'm gonna spend time to like, you know, revamp this, then I probably want to go to 9 miles, you know, if that's the right term. I'll go all the way then, you know, to revamp this to be a little better. I've been keeping up with keeping these thumbnails good, but yeah. Otherwise, yeah. This is a work in progress. Obviously, I'm still in the works trying to figure this out, but if I can spill my guts with you, nope, that's probably not it. But if I just want to just say what I'm thinking with this, that before I get too far with this and trying to get like blinders on, that's like this is what I'm gonna do. If I'm completely wrong in my tactic, or it's completely unpopular opinion, then a lot's have to factor that in, you know. So let's see. Let's see. She also mentioned that they get a voice chat on Discord. Only they and you can join. I can join it too, but well, that affects what people play. That's fair. Yeah, I think at the time, this was probably like 2015, so I definitely didn't have as many fans or anything to like go hog wild with that. So that was just like when I was making the Discord, I was just like, oh, this would be fun. I'll just leave it up to have all these different options. But I think at the time I only had like, you know, only like 1 or 2 patrons, so it's like, yeah, and they weren't into it or like doing any communication stuff or talking with me, so that became to a point where it's like, yeah, I'll leave it up, but then just kind of disregard that as a real thing, I suppose. That's like, yeah, but that's a good point. I'm gonna see if I can, I guess I could just look at his chat later or something to remember it, but thank you for that. That the voice chat is on Discord, but yeah, I think is it locked? I don't even remember. How do you do it? I get so off topic here. That's good. Patrons, edit channel, permissions. Everyone, voice channel off, patrons on, silenced. No voice channel. Interesting. Okay, perfect. Well, we set it up right then. Perfect. Well, I made a figure this in. Not even legit can see it. Oh, wow. Huh. Does that make... Well, how are you able to see it then? Star... What makes you more special? What kind of tags do you have that would make you able to do that? Huh. Huh. I can see it as an admin. Oh, you're an admin. Oh, okay. Because I made the thing. I made the whole channel at the beginning. But I guess you have an admin, then you have those kind of powers. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. I'm just solely really just focusing on the production and stuff. So all this social media stuff, that just goes over my head. And trying to like dive deep into like how does this particular Discord thing and Patreon work? It's like I just honestly just get kind of lazy with it. But that's why I want to like make this better, because I feel like it should be a little better. I was able to almost get to make a YouTube. I guess I can still make a YouTube community post for making like a poll or something. But then I also thought that my audience would need to be specific with that. That for the kind of questions for what I do for that would have to be like if I make like a YouTube community poll for like what do you think of these kind of specific rewards that you get, and then stepping back and going, oh yeah, these guys aren't patrons to know the ins and out of it. But I guess I could do more broad thing of like, if you're not a patron, then is there something that I can do? So I don't know. I'm trying to work on that. Let's see. Okay. Instead of another person. Okay, so thank you, sir. So so I think we're good on that. I might bring this up again. Probably I'll probably think about this the rest of the week, and then probably come February I'll try and come up with a plan, and then maybe just ask directly to the patrons what to think. So my goal right now is to simplify this and make this more attractive somehow, and then figure out what that means to make it more attractive and do what I need to do for that, and then I should be happy. Because I feel like I've just been neglected this over the last year, and I've just been too preoccupied and too like nervous to like don't mess with something that's not broken in a sense, but feels broken, so I just kind of sweep it under the rug, and it's just like it'll be fine. But I feel for now, and it's like it's a new year, and I just want to clean everything up. So that was one of our New Year's resolutions, was to just clean everything up that's been neglected over the last year. So everything I didn't really do in 2020, I want to do this year. So so that include like setting this up to be cleaner. So might have to make these icons a little nicer. Some of these surfboards are not. Yeah, these pictures and GIFs here could be a little better for the icons. That would depend on what I choose though. So, I mean, in a sense, I could just go way back to basics and just have like, and just remove everything but the $1, and then that might be good, because he still would be, again, you should be able to just become a patron and then choose whatever amount you want to do, because that sometimes happens with international people too, that has to be in a different amount, I suppose, or people just want to do a weird number. So alrighty, thank you for all that. Yeah, hear me out with that. That's what I've been thinking about. Not this one. I have too many tabs open. Let's try this one. There you go. On the other stream here. Okay, let's close that then. Thank you for the time of that. That's been hogging my mind over the last couple months, as I've been, it's all been sprung up about, it all came about because when I post them as Twitter and like try to promote them as like special, like, look, I made a new thing, check it out, trying to like advertise it, and then feel bad that it's like, hey, wait a minute, I have to be like the gatekeeper and say like, no, you have to be 3 to actually look at it. So I've secretly been making them accessible, so $1 people can also look at the previews. So so that's why I want to figure this out, to be able to have it so it'd be simpler in a sense. So but now I also think about it, just literally just now, does that mean that for just $1 you'd be able to get a lot of stuff then? If I consolidate the 3 stuff into the 1, then you would get a wallpaper, a credits, a Discord, and the preview. So, and then for $5 you just get a scoreboard. So I might have to mix and match or try to figure this out. So this is yeah, reorganizing stuff is gonna break a lot of stuff. So I don't know whether to tread lightly or just that's why, you know, this always comes up with the like this is too complicated of a thing. This always comes up as it's way too complicated and then breaks things to people probably, and then so I'm just like stuck, you know, in a sense, unless I want to figure it out. But yeah, so I'm bringing this up just to not to like super advertise or self-advertise myself, but just to like bring upon myself to like rectify and like apologize of like how not clear everything is really. So even that stuff of like you thought the sorry that the thumbnails were a preview thing, so yeah, that wasn't clear. So yeah, but anyway, let me drink some water. Okay. How do I feel about his patrons would be happy, but he make less. That's okay. I could shrink it down to 3 tiers. Okay. 1 and 3, all into 1 reward. Yeah. 5 and 7 into a 5 reward, and move 10 down to be the highest tier of the 7. Okay. I feel that's a pretty good compromise, I think. I mean, I looked down I looked at the numbers that if I remove some of the tiers, then especially like the 7, if I bring that down to a 5, then those like couple people who are doing 7, then it would feel it just goes down. So obviously if I remove tiers, then there's no way to not have less money. So it's like I've accepted that as that's just what's gonna happen. But I think that makes sense, is to 1 and 3 into a 1, 5 and 7 into a 5, and move down to be a 7. Okay. I think that, yeah, that's probably just the simplest, just to do something like that. I'll definitely take that into hard consideration, because that's actually the best. That's what I'm going for. So I think that hits all the marks, I think, of what I'm thinking. But yeah, it's just hard to like say like, yeah, let's do it, because it means. But if it also means on the upside, in the positive spin, is that if I make it simpler and make it more friendly, then in a sense that might bring new people into it, which would hopefully over time more people, then it'll balance itself back out. That's the positive spin on it. Just to hope that happens. So yeah. I really didn't want you messing with your finances. But you asked, and I feel your patrons will, 1, be happy, 2, they don't really care as much as the rewards than they do just supporting you. Exactly. That's what I was going for with the generosity, is that Patreon is just, the umbrella is just to support, and for the over generous people, like the meme of like the suspiciously wealthy furry, you know. So those kind of people just have the wealth enough to like just throw it around. So if they can help other people in smaller channels or whatever, then perfect, you know. That's what we need. So that's what we're going for. It's just make it simple and clean, so then more people will be more attracted to it, and then help people, so like creators like me. Yeah. I renamed it over again. I feel like I gotta read things over and over to like really get it. I just want patrons to be happy, so I feel like to do this giant scare um, if I announce that star plan, you know, like today, um, then the patrons who are in the, you know, the danger tiers, the tiers that we're thinking about removing, then they might just go down before the month payout. So I'll wait, and then that'll give me time to figure it out as well as make sure that that's all good. Let's see. Let's see. The only word you would want for your years of monitoring is a thanks in the credits of the last part of the movie. Cooking Ledger 2. Oh, that'd be cool, yeah. I secretly do have a plan to have a special thanks at the end of the movie, at the end of the final part. So that is part of the plan. Even though I'm working on it chronologically, I do know that I want to do that. So my plan is to have like anyone who supported me in a sense that those be in there. Every name that I can think of. Like even previous patrons, people I've worked with, and then especially you guys in chat too. So when I get everyone, it's like an Oscar speech. I can't get everyone. But I'll try to get as many people as I can. So yeah. Yeah, if you want a special reward or something, sir, I could definitely think of something for you. Or if you have something you think would be interesting. Anything more for a while than just a name and a credits, which I feel like I gotta get something bigger for you guys. Because you guys are like, in a sense, like way more larger fans of me because you actually are being proactive in my, you know, in my streams and in my work, you know. So, I don't know what that'll be, and I got at least a year, I suppose, to think about it. Yeah, I don't know. It might be fun. Might be over exaggerating, but I don't know. Oh boy. We've been going for almost 2 hours now. I'm sorry. That Patreon is a complicated issue, and that's why I've been I hope by trying to deep dive into that means that the you know it explains why it just took so long to figure it out. It's like it's such a complicated issue that it needs to be deep dived and explained. So yeah. Hi Pikachu, thank you. But you can see what progress we got so far with the cartoon. Yeah, we just had a big discussion about redesign my Patreon. But yeah, I'm just about to wrap up, I think. Let's see. What's that? Oh, I missed the. I mean, I'm just good with a separate section in the credits for the muffin stuff. Ooh, okay. Separate section in the credits for the muffin stuff. Not sure if that means in the video or like in the credits or something. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Anyway, I think we're good. I'll wrap it up. I think once we finish that thought, I think we'll be good. So yeah, I'm still working on the movie. In the video. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So working on the movie. I said that I worked on this bridge asset for way too long. But I think I got to a point where it's like that looks good. So, and then I expanded the land mass. I'm being vague, but I'm thinking you can put it together. So I have to furnish that part, and then once I get that all happy with those parts, and then I'll do a nice cleanup work of anything else I see. I'm getting into the feature creep where it's like, ooh, what if we, for example, this just came up. What if I had a fire hydrant in the city, and so be like, oh well, now I got that, which means I need to, you know, maybe have a fire station, or maybe that means I need something else, and it keeps going on from there. So because I wanted to have a bridge, it means I had to have a river, which means I need to separate the landmass from each other, and then what that means for anything else that happens, and then maybe that needs to be a canal, and then I needed rocks in the river, and then I needed some ripples, so each of those rocks needed some ripples, and then maybe I need to update the ripples because I can't just use the same one that I had on the other side of the ocean. So stuff like that just keeps happening over and over. So yeah, so that's why it's just taking so long. I keep like taking like each asset and evaluating it, and it's like, well, I can do that better, you know. So that I never get to the point where it's like, oh, I'm at a point where I'm happy with everything. I'm at a point where it's like, well, this doesn't work, I want to fix it. Yeah, I just don't want to spend like a whole year on it though, you know. Because each part last year, the last 3 parts have been 3 or 4 months each, so it's getting to that point, and I just want to make sure I can time it out to make it in that sort of pattern, you know. And if I can make it, finish it hopefully by maybe like end of March, maybe for part 4, that'd be pretty cool. So I'm trying to plan out and figure that out, that I would need to pretty much stop working on making stuff and then start animating and get things going and get that done. So and move on. Because now I can always George Lucas it, which I'm basically already doing. I feel like with the second part, between the end of part 1 and beginning of part 2, I fixed up the train asset. I changed the door and some other little stuff here and there. So those, if you watch those back to back, there are some differences. So, and now where I am between 3 and 4, there's a lot of differences. That continuity is yeah, be danged. It's so different now. But yeah, let's see. Oh, I missed this. I'm sure the others would be happy to have the OCs we may be in the last part. Okay, I know I would be forever happy with my OC being there. That might be asking that much. I know. I did almost intend to have some of your OCs be, or even some patron OCs be in the part 3. Yeah. I feel like I just rushed through part 3 because there's a lot of things that could be cleaned up. I was like, yeah, I honestly feel like I published part 3 too early. I just feel like it was just taking forever to get that done. So I feel like I just rushed through that by the end. That there's a lot of quality control at the end that's just like, yeah, it's not. Throughout a lot of part 3 is not as tidy as I would like. So I'm trying to rectify it and overcompensating by making part 4 like overly, you know, too ambitiously clean. So yeah. Okay. Hey, Francis. Or Francie? Francis is Lee Pony. Hello. I'm gonna look forward to your next animation, so it's fine if it takes a while. I hope so. I'm trying to be effective with it and try not to waste my time or try not to spend too long on it, but that's been the main issues that I've been coming across, is that feature creep, in a sense, as like, oh, I can keep tweaking it and keep adding more stuff. So now that I've added more land, I can now, I feel like it's my responsibility now to furnish it up a lot. So yeah, that's unfortunate with that, but hopefully, yeah, by the end of it's already near the end of the month, and I feel like I'm not close to like animating the first shot. So I feel bad about that. So I hope to in February to at least start animating. That's my goal, is to start animating some shots in part 4. So we'll see. That'll be my plan, is to be effective with that. So but we're at on 2 hours now. Sorry this is an extended toaster time, but yeah, as I said, like the Patreon needed to be deep dived and explained to so that when we talk about it later, maybe you can see it before and after. And I like it to be nice and shiny next time. So we'll see though. Alrighty. I think we're good. We have to stop so I can have dinner. I'm starving. Oh jeez. NX2. Alrighty. That sounds good. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you for if you're here from the beginning. Wow. Alrighty. Thank you so much. If you missed any of the stream, if you missed any part of the stream, you should be able to watch this as a VOD, video on demand, as a full video on my channel. Might need to actually update. Make a note. I need to put the previous videos in a playlist so you can actually watch them in the live stream playlist. So they should be those videos should be available on my channel. So I'll update them so you should be able to watch them. But if you missed any of them, they'll be on my channel for you to peruse. So basically every video and every live stream that I have will be on there since like 2018, I think. So don't worry if you missed some of this. It'll be all archived. Don't you worry about that. But thank you so much. Okay, big hug. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you much for joining. On Thursday we'll continue with this. I'll see where we go with this little cartoon here. I'll keep working on this. We'll see. Might take another month maybe to like animate the rest of it, but this is pretty elaborate for what this is for this cartoon. So, but thank you so much for joining. Okay, bye. That little fancy. Thank you. I need to click this button. Okay. I need to see where I am so I can see if I'm good. I need to have something shaking. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Thursday. Thank you so much. Okay. I'm gonna go eat and you guys take care and stay safe. Thank you so much. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you. Bye. Alright.